Seeds of Wisdom RV and Economics Updates Wednesday afternoon, the 12th of November 25. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. Good afternoon. Dinar recaps. Kyrgyzstan launches $50 million gold-backed national stablecoin USDKG marks Central Asia's first state-issued digital currency linked to gold reserves. Kyrgyzstan has introduced a state-backed digital currency, USDKG, valued at over $50 million and pegged to the US dollar. The stablecoin, backed by gold reserves, marks a major step in Central Asia's shift toward digital finance and state-issued crypto assets. The launch coincides with the government's order to shut down all crypto mining operations to mitigate the nation's worsening electricity shortages. Gold-backed launch. USDKG was issued by a state-owned entity on October 31, with 50,140,738 tokens valued at $1 each. Strategic reserve expansion. The government plans to grow reserves supporting the stablecoin from $500 million to $2 billion, securing monetary stability. Energy emergency. Kyrgyz authorities shut down all crypto mining farms amid critically low water levels at the country's main hydroelectric plant. Sanctions context. Western sanctions against Kyrgyz crypto firms linked to Russia add pressure to diversify financial mechanisms. Economic sovereignty. President Sadir Japarov emphasized depoliticizing economic relations and pursuing regional fintech independence. Kyrgyzstan's move highlights the accelerating global race towards sovereign digital currencies, an emerging alternative to dollar-dominated systems. As energy shortages constrain mining, state control over blockchain activity signals a shift towards centralized digital asset issuance as a tool for economic stabilization and monetary autonomy. Implications for the global reset. This initiative belongs to the digital assets and currency pillar of the global reset. By linking a blockchain-based token to gold, Kyrgyzstan is blending hard asset credibility with digital innovation, mirroring trends seen in BRICS economies. The move suggests a gradual de-dollarization effort within Central Asia and a step toward integrating digital finance with sovereign reserves. Donald Trump sends pardon letter to Israeli president. An unprecedented diplomatic intervention tests the boundary between U.S. influence and Israel's judicial sovereignty. U.S. President Donald Trump formally urged Israeli President Isaac Herzog to pardon Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, echoing a public request made during his Knesset address last month. The letter, widely circulated in Israeli media, reinforces Trump's alliance with Netanyahu and represents a rare direct U.S. intervention in the legal proceedings of an allied democracy. Trump's letter describes Netanyahu's prosecution as political and unjustified, calling it lawfare. Netanyahu faces corruption indictments dating to 2019, though he has not been convicted. Under Israeli law, a presidential pardon cannot be issued until the judicial process concludes and a formal request is submitted. The intervention risks politicizing U.S.-Israel ties by blurring the lines between judicial independence and diplomatic influence. Trump's direct appeal demonstrates how personal political alliances can influence diplomacy. It also illustrates how domestic legal battles may spill into international affairs. This action could test Israel's judicial independence and set a precedent for cross-border influence in allied democracies. Implications for the global reset pillar. Diplomacy and peace. Personal political alliances are now functioning as tools of diplomatic influence. Pillar. Institutional power shift challenges the separation between legal institutions and geopolitical loyalties. Russia, ready to help Venezuelan military strategic alliance deepens as Moscow counters U.S. presence in Latin America. Russia has declared it is ready to fully act under its new strategic partnership with Venezuela, just as the U.S. expands its military presence off the Venezuelan coast. The deal, signed in May, underscores a deepening geopolitical alignment that extends Moscow's influence into the Western Hemisphere. Expanded defense cooperation. Russia confirmed plans to operationalize its May 2025 defense pact with Caracas, including military technical collaboration and arms supply. New military infrastructure. A Russian Kalashnikov munitions plant opened in Venezuela this year, signaling long-term defense cooperation. U.S. escalation. The USS Gerald R. Ford and 3 U.S. warships have been deployed near Venezuelan waters under the banner of anti-drug operations. Regional repercussions. Colombia and the UK have suspended intelligence sharing with Washington over the legality of U.S. strikes. Potential arms transfers. Russian officials hinted at supplying Venezuela with Orishnik ballistic missiles and Caliber cruise missiles. This partnership places Russia within close proximity to U.S. territory for the first time since the Cold War, expanding Moscow's leverage in global power negotiations. It also allows Venezuela, long isolated by sanctions, to gain a vital security and economic lifeline, cementing a multipolar realignment in the Americas. Implications for the global reset. This development aligns with the security and geopolitical pillar of the global reset. The expanding Russia-Venezuela axis challenges U.S. regional dominance and reshapes Latin America's role within the emerging multipolar order. It underscores a broader trend. Nations under Western sanctions are forming alternative networks of defense and trade that bypass dollar-based systems and NATO influence. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon.
Source: Dinar Recaps.